This discussion covers the topic Landfill Suitability Assessment with a research study entitled Suitability Analysis for Sanitary Landfill Site in the Province of Ifugao, Philippines. The authors of this study are Mark Joseph Buncag, Lea Mari Santos, and Angelica Magpantay, and this was published in 2019. According to the Senate Economic Planning Office of 2017, solid waste generation is an alarming contemporary environmental issue in the Philippines. Majority of the solid waste generated were from residential, then commercial, followed by institutional, and then industrial. The establishment of sanitary landfill is one of the strategies to manage solid waste in order to mitigate the health-related problems and impacts on wildlife and marine organisms. However, there are criteria to be considered in identifying suitable sites for the establishment of sanitary landfill based from the guidelines of the DNR through DAO 1998-50. The objectives of this study is to determine the suitable sanitary landfill site in the province of Ifugao according to the criteria based from the guidelines of the DNR through DAO 1998-50. First, we have the study area. This study mainly focused on the province of Ifugao, Philippines, in determining the suitable sanitary landfill sites covering its all municipalities. It has 11 municipalities and 175 barangays. The main city, in terms of the land area, is Aguinaldo, with 454.51 square kilometers, or 18% of the total regional land area, while the fewest is Hingyon, with 114.56 square kilometers, or 4.55%. And for the data preparation, we have the process of clipping and conversion. Clipping was performed by overlaying the area of interest on the input maps. Conversion, which is the process of converting one data format to another, was executed because most of the input open source data are in the feature class format, but raster format is required to perform the suitability model. And then the next one is data analysis. The first one is the slope map generation. The slope was classified according to DAO classification, wherein there is a consideration for the mountainous areas of Ifugao. And then the second one is the Euclidean distance. This tool was used to calculate the distance closest to the source and to create zones with varying influence from the center. Specifically, this was used to calculate the easement in compliance with the DNR guidelines in determining the suitable sanitary landfill sites. And the last one is the reclassification tool. These were classified into restricted, very low suitability, moderate, high, and very high suitability based on the sub-criterion zones. And then the last one is the suitability modeling. So this was performed using the weighted overlay analysis tool. It is defined as a tool that overlay several rasters using a common measurement scale and weights, each according to its importance. For the results and discussions, we have the figure 3 shows the result map for the weighted overlay for economic criterion, which consists of land use, slope, and road layers. And based from the map, there are areas that fall on restricted, low, moderate, and very high suitability for sanitary landfill using layers under economic criterion, in which large areas in Alfonso Lista, Aguinaldo, Lagawe, and Lamut fall on very high suitability. The next criterion is environmental. It consists of river, groundwater, key biodiversity or the protected area, land cover, soil erosion, and soil layers. And based from the map, Alfonso Lista is the municipality with the highest area that fall on very high suitability. The next criterion is physical. The figure 5 shows the result for the weighted overlay for physical criterion, which consists of built-up areas, cultural sites, and fault layers. All municipalities have some areas fall on the restricted zone. And for the conclusion, based from the result of the analysis, the municipality of Ifugao in Alfonso Lista is the municipality with the largest area that fall on very high suitability for sanitary landfill site. And in addition, the computed total land area requirement needed for Ifugao, considering its population, its waste generation, its waste density, and height and residence time is 16.77 hectares. And for the recommendation of the study, first we have to prioritize the areas that are very highly suitable sites for the establishment of the sanitary landfill in Ifugao province. And then the second one is to conduct full environmental impact assessment to identify, quantify, and predict socio-economic and environmental impacts. And number 3, to comply the requirements and guidelines provided by the Republic Act 9003, otherwise known as the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2001 in establishing sanitary landfill. And these are the references used in the study.